Last night, on the same day early voting began in some Florida counties, the state's gubernatorial candidates finally met for their first and only debate. The incumbent, Republican Ron DeSantis, holding a commanding lead in many polls. His opponent, Charlie Crist, tried to put the spotlight on the governor's divisive agenda, what he calls a divisive agenda, while Governor DeSantis tried to tie Crist to the president's economic policies and inflation.
All right, joining us now is the Democratic candidate for governor of Florida, former Florida governor and Congressman Charlie Crist. Welcome to GMA3. So, yes, you had the debate last night. You did have a lot of ground to make up, according to the most recent polls. How do you think you did? Did you think you moved any numbers there? Did you sway any voters over to your side?
Well, we'll find out. I felt very good about the debate, though, I can tell you that, because I wanted to point out the differences between Ron DeSantis and myself, and the fact that, I want to protect a woman's right to choose. He's already signed a bill that takes that away. It's a 15-week ban, and it doesn't even have any exceptions for rape or incest, which I think is just cruel and unconscionable. So I thought that was important. I also thought it was important when I asked whether or not, if he's reelected, would he commit to serving a full 4-year term? He wouldn't. He was like a deer in the headlights, wouldn't answer the question because he's so rumored, as you probably are aware, to want to run for president in 2024. So he's asking the people of Florida for their vote for governor and won't even say or commit that he will serve the full term as their governor. That's not right. Florida deserves better, and he should be more honest, frankly.
Well, Mr. Crist, I'll give you an opportunity there to answer what many would find as hypocrisy. You're sitting here right now because you left your seat in Congress and didn't finish your term because you wanted to run for governor. How is that different?
I did the same thing DeSantis did. As soon as we both got the nomination for governor from our respective parties, we did that to focus on the governor's race. So, I don't apologize for it at all. I did the right thing. I wanted to make sure, because I'm trying to save my state, frankly, from his horrible leadership, to be focused on this campaign and to try to win for my fellow Floridians. They deserve a better governor, and a governor who's got a heart.
Governor, to your point there about DeSantis, you said you're trying to save the state there. Do you feel pressure? Are you maybe even getting it behind the scenes from someone, party insiders, other Democrats, but do you feel pressure now? It's on you to stop Governor DeSantis, because many see him continuing to rise in the ranks, if you will, in the Republican Party, and yes, rumored to want a 2024 run. Again, most polls show you behind, sometimes outside of that margin of error. Are you feeling that pressure, even hearing that pressure, that it's on you now?
Well, look, I love Florida. I'm running for governor of Florida because I know that the state deserves better leadership than we have right now. I mean, he wouldn't evacuate Lee County when Hurricane Ian was coming in until it was too late. We lost over 100 people. He won't, as I said earlier, respect a woman's right to choose, which I think is unconscionable. He tries to meddle in our school board decisions in all 67 counties of our state. He recently removed a sitting state attorney because he said something that wasn't in the same line of view that Governor DeSantis holds. That's gross, overpowering, and unconstitutional in what he's doing to my state. He pits, gay against straight, white against black, young against old. He's a divider. I'm a uniter. I want to bring Florida together. He is tearing my state apart. That's the pressure I feel. I love Florida, and I wanted to have a better governor, and that's why I'm running, to give the people a choice in this race.
Congressman, at last night's debate, you called Florida unaffordable for most of our citizens. I'm curious, if you are elected governor again, would you do things differently? Would you lead differently as a Democrat rather than a Republican as you were before?
I would lead as Charlie Crist. I'm the same person I've always been. And what I did before as governor, as it relates to affordability, we had a property insurance crisis when I served. I called a special session. We lowered rates by 10%. He called a special session. They didn't lower rates for our people at all. Our utility bills are through the roof in the Sunshine State. I fought the utility companies. He's bought and owned by the utility companies, just like he is the NRA. He doesn't fight them. He doesn't stand up for the people. And if people want something better, they ought to go to charliecrist.com and help me win. It's important for the future of our state and, frankly, the future of our country.
Democratic candidate for governor of Florida, Charlie Crist, we appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, TJ.
Well, hey. Hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.